Hello and welcome to the Pointless Distractions podcast. I'm your host, Kyle Draper. With me,
Graham Bergeron.
And Scott Westerman.
All right, gentlemen. What did you guys do this weekend? Graham, I heard you went to a wedding. You want to tell us about that? Anything interesting?
I did. I went to my cousin's wedding down in Salem, Massachusetts. So, it was a decent
spooky.
wedding. Nice venue. Pretty good food. The bed and breakfast that we stayed at was a little weird though. It was like
What way?
so it was a house that was built in, I think they said it was like 1677
Wow.
was when the house was built.
So during the witch trial?
Maybe. And it clearly was not built to be a bed and breakfast. I don't even think they had indoor plumbing when the house was built. And so it was a weird experience. The bathroom was probably the weirdest thing to me. It was like originally it had to have been like a bedroom or something. We were, I think, in the master bedroom of this place, and then the bathroom was a small bedroom-sized room directly connected to it that had like a fireplace in it and was just like retrofitted with a tub, a toilet, and a sink, and it was strange. The shower wasn't like built into the room, so the tub was clearly like just placed on top, so because of it the shower is like super short. Like I'm not like, I wouldn't say I'm a tall person, but I had to crouch to get under the faucet.
Wait, what do you mean? Was it like one of those tubs with the clawed feet or something? It was just in the middle?
And no, it just, they built like a wooden frame for like a regular tub, and then the tub just like sat on top of it.
I hope
Did you have the fireplace going?
I took a couple pictures of the bathroom, of the fireplace, and some strange decor. There was just a random like bird cage in there with like.
Would you ask Scott if you started a fire?
Yeah, you start a fire when you're taking a bath in there? Get a little cozy?
Early August in Massachusetts.
No, I didn't stay in that tub for very long because it kind of weirded me out.
Graham's wearing those like long johns and like the fucking Ebenezer Scrooge like long like the bed cap that
the bed cap.
He's got a candle.
The molding along the ceiling came out probably like 6 to 8 inches on either side.
Oh,
yeah.
And the bars for the shower curtain were attached to the molding. So even fully closed, there's like a 6-inch gap on either side. So it's like, I don't know, it was weird. Every door was like thin and short. The door to get into our room, I hit my head on like 3 times just walking into the room.
Well, yeah, like 300 years ago, everyone was like 5 feet tall. Did it have that old, musty,
stank,
revolutionary period house smell?
Not really. It smelled a lot of like air fresheners and stuff, so you can tell that they
horsehair plaster and lead paint.
You can tell that they worked to make it not smell like that.
The ambiance, though.
How was the breakfast part of it?
The breakfast part of it was probably the most disappointing part because it was
after that big build-up?
It was a continental breakfast. There was like a table with a toaster and like bagels and stuff. A Keurig.
No, like we're gonna give you the original 1600s menu. It's like a fucking hardtack biscuit and some hot tea.
No, the entire time we were there, I did not see a single person that worked there.
That's weird.
Like,
you probably showed up to the fucking wrong. You're probably off the address by one number, and it was an abandoned fucking haunted house.
I mean, we got out of it pretty clean if that was the case. But like, we checked in online. The key to the door was like in the door of the room when we got there.
Graham gets home. He looks up the fucking address, finds out that place burned down 100 years ago. He goes back. It's just a vacant lot. No, we stayed here.
It had a weird bathroom, I'm telling you.
You mean that guy I talked to was a ghost?
I mean, I wish it was that interesting. It was a really nice building. It was cool. The stairs to get upstairs, you can tell, were like had never been changed. There was like where you see the pictures of those like stone walkways where there's like footprints and stuff. The wood going up the stairs was the same way. You can tell it was still like all the original stuff from that house.
Just like completely worn down.
So it was a really cool place to be. It was just like a weird.
So essentially he stayed in a condemned like mansion. Well, mansion, but.
Yeah.
You see any witches?
Nope. I did see someone giving a tour of the town dressed as Jack Sparrow. So
That's completely accurate then.
That's totally Salem. That's when I think Salem, I think Jack Sparrow. Wow. Was at least a good looking Jack Sparrow.
The costume was nice. I knew right away that it was Jack Sparrow. So
Oh,
There you
wow.
go. Wait, I'm assuming. Wait, your kids didn't go with you? I'm gonna guess. It was
no,
not kid friendly there at the haunted mansion.
No, they stayed with Cam's mom so that we could just have a night to ourselves and party a little bit.
Just one overnight.
Yeah, it was just for the one night. I mean, it was a fun trip overall.
Yeah, Salem, Mass. Though those like cobblestone roads. I don't know how like you go there and party. Like everyone goes down there, obviously in October, and
Broken ankles.
like yeah, I don't get how you walk because like sober. That's like a difficult walk. It's really annoying.
It was a struggle for a bit because the wedding itself, like the reception, was at a hotel, but where they actually got married was like a couple blocks away, like outside, like along the water and stuff. And so we had to walk a couple blocks, and Cam's foot's still injured, so she's still using like a scooter to get around, and it was almost impossible to go down the sidewalks.
Did you go to the Church of Satan headquarters?
No, is that in Salem?
That's in Salem, isn't it? I
don't
so.
know.
Isn't it?
I drove by like the witch museum and stuff, but I didn't.
Yeah, I've been to the Ouija board museum. That was interesting. And the guy running it told me like one of the most evil boards in there. He didn't really elaborate, so I kind of think it was a scam, but it was a Stranger Things branded board.
So a very
Some
new
fucked up
one.
shit had happened with it, and it was like donated.
Oh my.
It's full of corporate evil.
Evil. Ooh.
No, it was a nice town. I'd like to go back maybe closer to October when it's a little cooler.
You got to check out Count Orlok's museum. Well, I mean, you're not big into horror movies like me, but it's all like ridiculous statues and wax figures of like horror icons and like actual props.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've never been there, so is it actually worth the trip? I mean, you always hear about Salem, Massachusetts, and all the witch trials and all that.
Do you like haunted shit and Halloween? If you like Halloween, then you'd love it.
Huh, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
it's the best place you could go. And I've never been there on Halloween.
I would say even without that atmosphere, it looked like a beautiful place to vacation.
I have to try to make my way up there sometime.
But I also hear that's the worst time to go because there's a million freaking people coming to the town.
Yeah.
You cannot get a hotel, a bed, and like that place Graham probably stayed at. It's probably like $1,000 a night or something.
Yeah, maybe spring would be a good time to go. But yeah,
let's have pointless distractions. Go rent out that room.
I don't know. I think I like the tub situation.
I don't know.
Podcasting from the tub. We're all standing in a shower stall.
I don't know if Kyle would be able to shower in that.
He probably would not be able to.
Probably not.
You'd have to take a bath.
I'd have to just do the wipe the face and the armpits in the mirror thing. There is a term.
Crawl to get into the room itself.
Yeah. I mean, that was kind of like the bed and breakfast. Jen and I stayed at in Jersey, but I mean, it wasn't quite that small. But I was like, how did we get this? Because I was talking about it the other time, and it literally looked like the cliche haunted mansion with like the long hallways and the pictures, but it was like nice. And I was like, how did we get this for this cheap? And then we went in the room, and it was a bed and about 2 feet on either side. And I was like,
oh no, the room itself was massive. It was just all the doorways were super thin, super short. Like it didn't have proper bathrooms, but like the room that we stayed in itself was huge. There was like a king size bed, multiple chairs to sit in. Like it was massive.
Probably the old judge's house that put them all to death.
We couldn't decide whether the room that was currently the bathroom was like a child's bedroom or servants' quarters.
Didn't have one of those like dumbwaiter things in the wall?
No.
I've always wanted one of those.
Why?
I don't know. We see them in old movies. Like
you ride up and down in it or something?
Yeah, I'm sure that would hold me, or I could fit in one of those.
Fall down to the basement.
That has happened in many movies.
Oh yeah.
All right, moving on. I did find a little article. An article. So I guess this September, AOL is finally shutting down their dial-up after 34 years.
That's still a thing?
That's still a thing.
They still have dial-up
as of September.
Holy crap.
I was going to ask if like what your guys, like your thoughts on that, or Graham, I mean, do you even remember dial-up?
Yeah. Oh, I still have the dial-up sounds like ingrained into my head.
I think everybody does at this point. Like,
I remember we got a cable modem. I believe it was like the year 2000, and that was like, oh my god, you know, like the decadence. Like I convinced my parents to do that.
Yeah,
But
I think I was either a junior or a senior in high school when we got a cable modem.
what year would that have been?
2000 like 5 or 6.
Oh, I was a big baller, man. My first year, my freshman year of college, I had a computer with a modem. I think it might have been 64K even. I was a big baller. And that would have been like 1991. It was.
I remember first getting the internet. Pat got a PC from a buddy, and it had was it CompuServe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was something. It was like $5.95 an hour.
Yeah, it was
Like
expensive.
ridiculous. And Pat would be like, if you go on this, there was like a scrap of paper. You need to write down like how long you're on. I was probably 13. I didn't have any money, but he'd be like, get the bill for that. I was like, I don't know. I was on like an hour.
The cutting edge of technology, you're tracking it on a
Get
piece
you
of paper
20
with a
minutes to
pencil.
get on there to like talk to someone from like England or something.
Yeah, we just did it because we could actually. There was something on the college we could like log in and get our grades or something stupid. It was very, very cutting edge for 1991. And then people were figuring out how to download songs and stuff. It'd take like 15 hours to download a song.
In 91?
It was a while. I don't remember. I don't know what the hell they were downloading.
Were they like MIDI music file? Like,
I mean, there was regular stuff, but it was funny. They would somehow spam the servers on the college and make it download like a gigabyte of something. So it would just lock up the whole system basically because it was too big. It was funny.
Oh, that probably
You guys
took
used
the
to have all kinds
entire
of
school
shenanigans.
year.
Yeah, it was bad.
I remember downloading like the trailer to like Titanic on QuickTime, and it was like 12 hours.
12 hours to watch like
and the Phantom
30-second
Menace
clip.
trailer.
Yep. Yeah, we've come a long way, I'd say. Now you got it in your pocket and you just download anything at 5G speeds or whatever.
And if you weren't rich enough to have two phone lines, like, does anyone need to make a call? I'm going online.
And they just cut me off.
Yeah.
I was in the middle of my 14-hour download.
We had a phone cable that was like probably 10 yards long. Like, you'll start whipping that out like you're fucking running cables.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. And then you always have like the magazines and stuff would give you like a disc for 1,000 hours of CompuServe or something. People be going out and buying the magazines just to get the disc for the free.
I used to love those because I would just like chuck them at people.
Oh yeah, freaking Ninja Stars.
I think I read somewhere that like in the peak of AOL and all the services with the CDs, like 75% of CD manufacturing was for that.
Just
for the giveaways.
The giveaways, yeah. Wow, I believe it. They were everywhere. It's funny. People like every time Heidi gives out her email address, she still has an AOL email address that she uses as a primary. People like, how long have you had that thing? She's like, I don't know, since the 90s or something.
Like, Heidi, where did you buy that? She's like, at www.amazon.com.
Oh, she's gonna kill me.
Hey, at least she's listening, right?
That's true. But yeah, it's funny. Every time she pulls out that email address, people are like, wow. And every now and then she'll come across somebody else that has an AOL account too, or an AOL email address. They'll be like, yeah, they like bond over it. It's hilarious. There's so few of them left out there.
Not your grandparents. Wonder how many people are actually still on there, and like in September, if they didn't get the memo, are going to go on and be like, what the fuck?
I just wonder how many people are actually still on dial-up.
It's got to be someone that's still somehow like paying for it, and it's like on a card that's not expired, or like just automatically gets billed, and they've just forgotten.
They died like 20 years ago.
I mean, there is still areas out there where like you can't get satellite and probably cable, like a few, and maybe you're using that.
How fast can it possibly be? Like, how fast are dial-up modems, though? I don't know how fast they ever actually got before everything just went to, what it is now.
I mean, I remember switching to cable, and it was night and day.
There it is. AOL will end dial-up internet service in September, 34 years after its debut. Wow. Does it say how many people are still on it?
Like, how many people are still working there and like just running that?
I don't know.
Like, fuck, we're out of job. This was so cushy. Now we got a new job.
I mean, I have to think that it's more people than you'd think, because I remember when like satellite television went down and everyone was like, oh well, no one uses that anymore, or like TVs with antennas and stuff, and then you hear stories about like hundreds of people who lost cable access.
Remember back in the day, if like someone had a cable a satellite dish, it was actually a big ass satellite dish in the yard. It wasn't on the roof, but it was.
Oh, still 56K. It sounds like is the best you can get. What?
Technology just stopped.
There's no way. That must have been what mine was. It wasn't 64. We're in 56K, I guess, or maybe it was even less than that. Jeez, I don't know.
Back when you were running MS DOS.
Oh, maybe no. I think it was still baud. That's how it was labeled. I think I had a 1200 baud modem or something like that. This is annoying. I wish I could remember what it was because it was not a lot.
I think we've lost Scott to a black hole over here.
Yep, I'm trying to figure out how slow my stupid modem was back in the
It
day.
doesn't matter.
That's funny. Wow. Oh well. Anyway, yeah.
Back on my IBM.
It was slow.
computer.
It was Gateway 2000 when they were still around. Yeah, 56K is still apparently the fastest you can get.
They don't make
That's
gateways
crazy.
anymore.
Yeah, modem speeds were increased to 14.4 kilobits per second by 1991, so that might be what I had around there. I think mine was slower than that though. Wow.
Oh, you
Just
fucking
blow my
Matthew
mind.
Broderick in War Games or something?
Yeah. Would you like to play a game? Oh man, okay, I gotta get out of this because I'm gonna obsess over this now.
Nope, Gateway hasn't been around since 2007.
Yeah.
They were bought by Acer.
Wait, is Dell still around? That's around, right?
Oh yeah.
Dude,
I'm
you're
on a
getting
Dell right now. I think my computer. No, my work computer's an Asus. I think my last computer was a Dell, but that would have been probably 10 years old by now, maybe older.
But so I got some interesting news the other day about a former roommate that kind of fucked me and my brother over.
Uh-oh.
So Jen went out to a concert where her brother's band was playing, and her best friend still talks to this dude named Tommy. So I lived with him, I don't know, 12 years ago. Me, Pat, Tommy had this lake house, and I don't know what happened to him, but I guess he just got into drugs, and we would give him the rent money to go pay our landlords next door. We're like, here's our share, would you go pay it? Anyway, found out a week later that they don't have the money. We're freaking out. They're like threatening to throw us out. We've been there like 5 years. Like, Tommy, where the fuck is the money? And he'd be like, oh, I'm sending it to you. Here's the tracking number. He'd send us like a 4-digit tracking. Like, we knew it was all bullshit. Like, finally got it back. They're like, just, you're gonna have to like kick him out. So they kind of helped us with that. I fucking like blew up on this kid. And at that time, he owed me like $170, and I think he owed Pat, I don't know, a few hundred, maybe even $1,000. Anyway, though, like for a couple of years after, I was like obsessing about, oh, I'm gonna get that money back, and then I'm just like, I don't care, it's $170. I never have to deal with this kid anymore. Fuck him.
Right.
Wait, were those the same landlords that you used to get seafood for?
Yes. Yeah. The old couple that lived in San Diego half the year. Yep. They're great people, but I mean, pissed off when they don't get paid. But yeah, there was no amount of seafood that was going to cover not paying them $2,000. So anyway, I found out from Jen because her best friend still talks to him. They've known each other since like high school. And I guess what was it? RFK had like some kind of like brain eating amoeba or some shit, or like a worm in his brain. That happened to this kid.
Oh no.
Tommy, and it like fucked him up, and I didn't get any like big details, but it, like messed him up. He had to go to like physical therapy, all this stuff. Now he's back. He's like my age, so he's early 40s, and he's like living with his parents because he can't live on his own. And at first I'm like, yeah, fuck him. And like, oh, never mind. That's horrible. Like,
yeah, I heard that the brain eating amoebas were seen again recently up in New England somewhere. I was like, oh, that's not
he was
good.
living in Maine. I don't know if that's where they're.
I mean, he could still
Coming
have
from.
a bright future ahead of him as the Secretary of Health and Human Services.
Yeah, well,
There you go.
then he can afford to fucking pay me back. $172. I had that number stuck in my head. It would
Like
just
the
be
kid in
nice to
Better Off
have
Dead.
that.
Be like the kid in Better Off Dead. $172. Just chasing him around town. No?
I'm
Anyone?
not
No?
going to
This thing on?
rehash this, but did I mention the story where we had our roommate drink vermouth when he was bombed? It was that kid. I don't know if that ever got brought up.
I think
He
you
came home
mentioned that
trashed
before.
one time, and this is when we were like, we knew he was on his way out. It was before the money thing, but we're like, fucking, I hate him. Like, he's a douchebag. So we were having a party. He comes in like belligerent, and we're like, Tommy, you want to try a glass of this white wine? And he's like, yeah. And Jen's like, this is when I first started dating Jen. She knew him too from high school, and she's like, don't do it. I'm like, fuck him. I'm gonna do what I want. Pat and I poured out a bottle of vermouth into a wine glass, and that fucker drank it. He was so drunk, he's like, that's some good wine. Then he ended up like pissing himself.
He ended up pissing himself.
Yeah.
Well, vermouth is just like spiced wine, basically, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not even, it's just like super bitter.
Yeah, it's more
Like,
of an additive or
I don't think sober you can
mixer.
get that down. Damn, now I can't use that for one of my petty revenge stories. I have more on that kid, so. But that was definitely one of them. Scratch that off.
Wow,
But yeah, brain eating amoebas.
that's horrible. Poor guy.
Just gonna go show up to his parents' house, be like, "Yeah, your son owes me some money. He's fucking drooling in a padded wheelchair or something."
She's like, okay, get in
Well,
line.
if he gets his faculties back, you can just convince him it was a little more.
Yeah.
Be like, yeah, no, it was like
$172,000.
$500.
You haven't paid him back after 13 years. I'm sure you're good for it now.
I want interest.
So, have you guys seen any good movies recently?
I've seen a bad
Good
one.
movies? I've seen a really bad one.
Now, Scott, did you know anything about this movie before Graham brought it up? Because he did bring it up 2 days ago.
We
Nope.
don't need to point fingers.
I'm saying I was aware of the movie when you brought it up. I just wanted to know if Scott had heard about it.
No, I had
Before
not heard
we
about it
warned
at all.
him. All right, Graham, you want to start this? Tell us a little bit about this movie.
So we watched the new War of the Worlds movie.
Yes, we did.
It caught my attention because I saw multiple articles being like, "Oh, new War of the Worlds movie debuts with 0% on Rotten Tomatoes." And you see that 0%, and it perks your ears up a little bit because bad movies that are unwatchable usually are like 10 to 12% on Rotten Tomatoes. If it hits a 0, it's got to be a good watch.
Sure.
So what's the gist of it? So originally it was filmed in 2020 during COVID.
Yeah, you can clearly tell it was that they wanted to still make movies. They didn't know how they were going to do it with the pandemic and social distancing and stuff. So they figured out a way to film a movie with like 6 actors, have them all be in different locations. They can all just like sit in front of a computer screen. And I mean, I feel like Ice Cube probably filmed that entire movie in a day.
Oh, for sure. It might have been over lunch.
I wonder how much he got paid for that. 'Cause whatever it was, it's just too much.
Oh, I can't blame him because I'm sure.
Oh no, I'd take the paycheck.
Like you can.
I don't know.
Clearly
I'm
tell...
assuming he's very rich. I would have some standards on what I'd take.
Well, you can clearly tell that they gave him a script, but they didn't really give him direction because there were a lot of scenes where he was talking to other people, and it was very clear that like those two people never talked to each other. Probably filmed on different days, like maybe different years. And like Ice Cube was given a script and wasn't really told like how to act in some of these situations. Because like there are some times where he literally just watched someone die, and his reaction is so muted that I don't even think he knew when he
half
was
of that is like him going, "God damn!"
Yeah,
like
I don't.
Destroyers are getting blown up.
I have to imagine when he recorded that, they probably didn't know that that person was going to die, so they were probably like, "Oh, you just saw them like get into a car accident or something." And then they rewrote the scene to that person dying, so it looks like he couldn't care less that this person just got murdered by aliens. So like, I don't
take a sociopath test.
It's like if you were watching 9/11 live and you're just like, "Oh shit!" Like no reaction to it. Damn.
Although it was definitely a choice to have Ice Cube play.
What did he work for? Like NSA?
Yeah, like an NSA.
I guess, yeah.
Like super hacker.
But what was his actual job? It was just to.
He just worked for like
to watch people. He was just like watching traffic cams, drones.
Yeah, it was like a threat assessment guy. But he would just. The thing that was hilarious though is that it was one of those computer movies where you just tell the computer what you want it to do and it just does it. Like, just hack this, hack that, hack that. Okay.
Bring up
like,
a list of drones in the air right now.
Yeah, and all of a sudden it's like
only one working
okay,
that
shift. That one.
You're telling me that's not hundreds, if not thousands, of people doing that, but he's just doing worldwide coverage?
No, that was in the script right at the beginning. His daughter was like, "Oh, you picked up a Sunday graveyard shift again," even though
because terrorism like never happens on a Sunday.
Well, no.
Well, you'd think graveyard shifts are usually like overnight shifts, but it was clearly like in the middle of the day.
Right, like
there was no night
typical morning 9 a.m. shift.
Wasn't every scene from around the world like I'm assuming that was supposed to be kind of in real time? Wasn't every scene from around the world like sunny?
It looked like there were a couple shots of the Martians that were maybe duskish.
Every single scene that didn't have an actor in it was like stock footage that they superimposed a PlayStation 3 alien model on.
Terrible. Yeah. Hey, I said PlayStation 3 first. No, I'm just joking. It looked like Resistance Fall of Man. I don't know if you remember that game, but that's like, wow, that looked amazing in 2006.
Yeah, you told me about this movie, and I was like, okay, I got to see this. Ice Cube and World of Worlds.
I mentioned it as a joke, and then you actually watched it.
Well, yeah, Scott just jumped ahead and watched it. I'm like, well, he's doing it now. I kind of have to, and if I know if I do, we're gonna blackmail fucking Graham into it. He's gonna have to do it.
Yeah, you told me they basically just filmed it by Zoom, and I was like, okay, I got to see this because it's like, to their credit, it's a pretty clever way to film a movie when you're locked down in a pandemic like that. And I started watching it, and I was like, okay, it's not great, but it's not terrible. Like the first 30 minutes, I was like, okay, they might actually pull this off, and then everything just went to hell. Like the aliens show up, and it was kind of cool, and like all this, but then once they started getting the different motivations and things and why the aliens were there, it was just like, like it just became train wreck after train wreck after train wreck.
Yeah, the only credit that I will give the movie is I liked the pacing of like when the aliens first came in. Like, if you're gonna have a movie that takes place just on someone's computer screen, I liked how like fast paced and frantic it was. Like, he's in a call with someone else, and then like a message pops up from his boss. It's like, you need to get in this call now, and he's also trying to check in on his family at the same time. So I liked there was like a 5-minute window where it was like super frantic, and I liked the idea of it.
Woo, hell yeah.
Yeah, I like the idea. I thought it was a pretty clever way to do it, but then it just very bad execution.
Well, I'm pretty sure if I'm out and about in the city or something by myself and meteors are crashing, I'm not going to be on the phone FaceTiming with Jen, giving her updates on what's going on, running around with the camera in my fucking face. I'm just going to book it running. I probably won't even have my phone at that point.
Yeah, it was
I'm
amazing.
be like,
how
oh
everybody
shit,
used to
Dad's calling. Let me pick that up real quick. Hey, dude, look what's happening behind me.
Yeah,
It makes no sense.
I'm never video calling.
No.
Like, I have earbuds. If I need to call someone, I'm just slapping some earbuds in and focusing on where I'm going.
So the whole time his son, unknowing to him, is a like
Super
the best
genius,
hacker
like-
terrorist in the world.
It's you.
And
Yeah, it's
he's
like anonymous.
told that after
like
he
the one
finds
man.
out.
Okay.
Like, we are sending government forces with weapons to intercept you, and it's just like, oh, that was you the whole time, son?
How could you,
Yeah.
man?
Yeah, this
See, now-
man is obsessive enough that he hacks into his daughter's fridge
Refrigerator.
to tell her that she's not eating enough protein.
Yeah,
but
'cause
never
Spoiler
in
alert,
any of
she's
that.
pregnant, and he's super concerned about the kid. I mean, I understand that, sure.
But never in any of that obsessive stalking of his children does he notice that his son is like a super hacker.
Who he's been tracking for apparently months, if not years.
Who
trying to
also
find
has
this
like
guy.
a gaming career, too, before his dad goes and uninstalls the game on him.
Right.
Which also is not how that works.
Wait, one thing that must be said up front is that this movie is on Amazon Prime. It's Prime Movies. And guess what his daughter's boyfriend's, her / baby daddy's occupation is? He's an Amazon
that's being
Prime
a-
delivery driver. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, that's it.
he
And that
comes
plays
through
into the
in
plot
end.
later on in a very, very laughable way.
Yeah, the product placement in this movie was a little.
It's like I didn't really mind the product placement as far as like
Yeah, if there was like a
Like the Zoom
Pepsi
and
truck in the
everything.
background.
yeah, I mean it was just like because he was just at work and it's just like that's what your system looks like if you're using Zoom, and you got all this.
Well,
No,
yeah,
I
that was
love
one
it.
of my complaints.
A lot
I
of the
already-
stuff was just like everybody's just kind of going through their normal everyday stuff, so I didn't really mind the product placement as much until it got to be that one ridiculous scene. At the
Yeah.
The
Well,
thing
no,
I thought was
my-
unrealistic was, like, what was his daughter's job? We talked about this when we weren't recording, but
She's like a biologist or something.
Yeah, she's like a
Yeah,
research
she-
biologist or something
yeah,
like
she
that.
like probably has her doctorate, and her boyfriend is just like not knocking this job, but it's just a Amazon delivery guy, and she's like a super G. You wouldn't see that in real life.
But he's so dreamy.
He's not that dreamy. I'm saying
And the-
you would probably be with someone like yourself in that field. I'm saying it couldn't happen. It's just unrealistic.
I took issue because when Kyle was watching it, he kept texting and being like, "Oh, how did this get made? Like, how did anyone approve this?" And as soon as it got to the scene with the Tesla, I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's how
Yeah.
like
Uh-huh.
Tesla
Well,
paid them."
Well, yeah, and this is also 5 years ago, so everybody liked Elon Musk at that time. Like, fuck it,
Well,
put
there's
a
all the-
Tesla in there.
I didn't know that. Did the Teslas have the self-driving capability like that back then, though? Or was that still something they're working on? Because I think they're still pretty much just working on it now, aren't they? I mean, I know they've
think
had
they
it because we've seen
still-
some.
I think they still technically had it then. It just wasn't like legal to use. Like, I think the cars had the feature.
Yeah, I think they did because I remember a couple years ago now here in Columbus, one went rogue basically and crashed into a building downtown. Like, oh, okay.
So what, his daughter's pregnant. She gets she's like in the middle of the alien attack, and she gets like
She
this-
just randomly comes outside for no reason.
Yeah, and she
She's
gets
She's hunkered down
stabbed
in
in
the
the
lab where
leg
it's
by
safe.
debris. She's on the ground, and she's like, "Daddy, the tripod thingies are coming in." He's
Let me
like,
hack
"I'm gonna
a
hack
Tesla
a
for ya."
Tesla. Like, I'm gonna unlock the door from here. Get in. And then I'm gonna get you to a hospital." I love that they purposely showed when she was in there. They showed him go to turn on the AC, like Why did they have to highlight that?
Well, they have
you guys
to.
even
Because
notice
modern
that?
cars don't have
Yeah,
AC.
they have
No, but
to.
just why did they have to show that?
They have to show that, even with his gruff exterior, he really does
Yeah,
care
who
about his
cares?
daughter.
Well, she's bleeding out. She better be cool, I guess.
But it really hammers home the point that, if there were ever any world-ending threats, the only place that you can turn to are these companies built by billionaires.
I believe it.
It's only what we rely on a day-to-day basis anymore. We're all slaves to Amazon at this point.
So another thing I think is funny. So the whole time he's talking to his two kids, and he's talking to her, his daughter's boyfriend, and he's like, "Here's our location. You got to get to him." He's in his Amazon truck. Oh, when he like hacks the Amazon truck and he starts talking to him,
Whoa!
and he's like wildly looking around, like, "Where's that voice coming from?" It's like, "Yo, it's me, your father-in-law." It's like, what?
What exactly did he
He can hack anything.
I don't know.
To be
Yeah,
able
is there a
to,
Bluetooth
like-
speaker in
I
there?
don't know.
There
'Cause he
was
had
some
video and everything.
There was some very liberal
Everything
use
had video.
of hacking in this movie.
According to that movie, if you're watching someone on a traffic cam, you can click on them and text them or call them immediately.
Well, he had some super secret NSA stuff going on, but I mean, it was ridiculous even for that.
I'm sure they could, but I don't think it's that stream.
No, that stuff was magic. That, like, there are things that
Oh,
would
yeah.
never. I think my favorite thing that happened in the entire movie is, he finally teams up with the son to try to take down the aliens, and the son brings in this group of anonymous hackers,
Uh-huh.
and you don't see their faces. They have code names. Like, you don't know who these people are at all. And everyone's, sketched out that his dad works for the NSA, and the son's like, oh, they'll only work for you if you promise to, like, wipe their records. And he literally hits 3
Pushes the button.
buttons, and you see, like,
Done.
lines on the computer being wiped away, and he's like, there, all your records are clean.
Got it.
And it's like, how do you know who these people are? Like,
That led to one of the funniest scenes, though. I actually laughed out loud when I was supposed to at this movie one time, and that was after they came in and they tracked him down. They blew up all the hackers' homes, and he's watching them all die. And of course, his kid rerouted his IP address because none of the other guys would do that when they're these crazy hackers and all this. So they blow up his house, and he thinks his son's dead. And then of course, a couple minutes later, the kid pops up. And he's like, "I'm still alive. I rerouted my IP address over to blah blah blah." He's like, "I'm not actually home, but I'm over here. I just routed it there." And he's just kind of goes, "Wait, they blew up my house?"
yeah.
Like, okay, that was
I
kinda
wrote
funny.
that. I wrote that in my notes. His exact line was, "I don't have alien invasion insurance."
No.
Yeah. It's like that
Right.
was
But I don't get. He hit 3
just
buttons.
his reaction. It's like his reaction when he found out that his son was not dead. But he's like, "But you made them blow up my house, you idiot." I was like, "Okay, that was funny."
Going back to him, like wiping their record or whatever, was that like? I'm going back to Dark Knight Rises. Remember, Selena Kyle is working with Bane to get that program Clean Slate that like wipes
Uh-huh.
your
Yeah,
your
the
record.
one that
is
didn't
that what it does?
exist.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Well,
did
that-
that with like 3 clicks
Yeah,
of a keyboard
the
without
ultimate
even
tool they're talking
without
about,
even
like-
knowing who these people are.
For
Yeah.
like 4 guys, it was like 3 keystrokes.
Yeah. All
Like,
right,
okay.
you're good.
See, that scene came to my favorite line in the whole movie, and it's when the aliens find out that these hackers are trying to get them. And so
Yeah.
the aliens fight back by stealing all of their data.
Not their data. Well, that's why
One
the
of
is in here.
And you just hear one of the hackers going, "My data is being drained."
And they had a bar on the screen that was showing it going down. Like, what do you guys think data is?
There was one line where, don't quote me because it's not right, but all the aliens are attacking like the different infrastructure, and Ice Cube's telling the other government officials, high up, the president, whoever else, he's like, they're stronger when they group together, and it's like,
Wait, what? No
yeah,
shit.
that's how things work. Like, thank you for your assessment.
But they came
So
here
3
because-
together is more powerful than 1. Okay.
And the aliens came here apparently because they eat data.
Yes, they
Because what was
They
the
just
program?
eat it. They
Goliath.
thrive on it. So
They
there was
eat
this big
data.
program that was gathering all the data in the world on everybody, or at least in the United States, on everybody. And so that drew them out because they're like, "Oh, look at all that data we get to eat." Like, what is going on right now?
What,
Did
what are
I
they
have a
doing
stroke?
after they consume the data? Like,
I
they
don't
move
know.
on to the next planet that has data.
That has data. It has data.
so when
Okay.
the daughter gets to the I don't even know where she ends up, but she's bleeding out the whole time. He's tracking her heartbeat. I'm assuming from her Fitbit or something.
Yeah.
Boyfriend shows up.
No, it was probably an Apple Watch.
Sure. No, they didn't pay to be in that.
Wait, no. What
it
does
was
Amazon
it was
have?
definitely a
Yeah, probably
nondescript
was a Fitbit.
smartwatch.
Probably
So-
Amazon branded.
Boyfriend gets there and he's like, you gotta get a tourniquet. She's bleeding out. He pulls out Amazon packing tape. Sure, I'd probably do the same thing. And then after all that bleeding out, all that bullshit, she's just fine. She's like back to 100%, like healing pack.
Did you see the blood trail from the Tesla in the back of the Tesla?
The
down
rest of
the
that movie should
sidewalk,
have been like,
into the
she's gonna
building.
die if we don't get her to a hospital.
Yeah, she
And it
would
should
have
have been a
passed
countdown.
blood.
Yeah,
It
and
was
she's
funny.
just like, you never hear about it again. She's just on the
Good.
fucking computer helping her dad. God,
What was
what an awful
what was
movie.
you guys' reaction when Ice Cube told one of the alien tentacles to move, bitch, get out the way?
Slight groan.
Do you think he improvised that, or do you think someone actually wrote those words into a script?
Who knows?
Who knows with that?
Got him.
I thought it was funny though. Another thing that made me laugh early on, because I thought he was going to be behind the computer screen the entire time. And when when the attack comes and she's hunkered down, he's going to try to come get her. It's like he goes to run out and he gets up from the computer, he runs back to the door. Oh, we're on shutdown. We can't get out. So he just comes back to the computer. It's like, that's funny.
He tries to open a door, and he's like, "Oh no, the door is locked. I can't get out." And the door and the wall that the door is attached to are made of glass.
Does someone want to talk about the most ridiculous scene with the drone?
I don't know.
I
if
don't
to.
think I have the eloquence to even explain that.
It's something that has to be seen to be believed.
No.
Because that's the one clip I had seen before Graham had brought it back.
Yeah, so I guess it's out there, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they need a thumb drive to insert a virus
It's a virus. Get it?
Into-
Haha, War of the Worlds.
into the
virus.
data.
It's gonna kill the aliens.
And, thumb drives are not allowed in the NSA building for security reasons, which
Which makes sense.
sense.
Like our
Um,
computers, we
Well, they're
cannot
not watching
export
him
to a
fucking
thumb
use
drive
all
either.
that technology to stalk his own kids.
So
Yeah,
the
that wouldn't be
daughter's
found out.
the daughter's boyfriend, the Amazon delivery driver, over Zoom, pulls a thumb drive out of his pocket and goes, "You don't have a thumb drive? Even I have a thumb drive." And they're like, "Oh, well, how are we going to be able to get this thumb drive to him?" And the
With the
daughter's
power of
boyfriend
Amazon.
goes, "I can send an Amazon drone.
Right. Yeah.
But the drone will only unlock if someone orders off of Amazon. So you need to log onto your Amazon account, place
Log
an
on to
order
Amazon.com.
for a thumb drive, and then I will be allowed to fly this drone to you." Not even mentioning the fact that all of the internet's data had been drained by this point. Like,
Because
it
the
had
aliens
been,
eat
they
data.
had an entire scene showing Facebook literally get eaten by these aliens, but for some reason Amazon still works perfectly, and he is allowed to place this Amazon Prime order for a thumb drive, unlocking this drone so that the Amazon driver boyfriend can fly the drone to him and deliver a thumb drive.
Because he's in a random location, not an Amazon warehouse. where
It's
the
Amazon
thumb drive
Prime.
would be
They
coming
don't
from.
fuck around.
Yeah. Not
And then-
just any thumb drive. The one that happens to be in this driver's hand right now.
So while this is going on, Ice Cube grants his daughter, his son, and this NASA scientist access to his NSA account, so they can.
Oh, don't forget her name, Sandra NASA. How many Sandras does he know in his contact list that he has to put Sandra NASA after it?
I don't
So
know, but
that's a complaint I had.
Maybe
so-
a side piece is named Sandra.
Got him.
now everyone is using the NSA computers to hack anything that they can. They
No one's checking it. It's a Sunday, man. Everybody's
they hack
Well, there's
drones.
also a full-scale alien invasion. I mean, come on.
They got to bring it full circle. The game that the son downloaded was a flight simulator. So at the end of the movie, he saves the day by hacking a drone.
Hacking it.
And,
Oh, I didn't even figure that part out. Maybe I was fucking zoning out.
and at one
Oh,
point,
yeah.
the Amazon drone crashes, and there's a
This is
homeless
great.
man there.
There's one guy.
and they're like,
one guy
"Oh,
on the streets.
hack his phone." And they're like, "Oh, well, he's homeless. He doesn't have a phone." And the son goes, "Oh, everyone has a phone these days." And sure enough, the homeless
has a
man
phone.
had a phone. It was
Obama phone.
on. It was on his person, and he responded to a random text saying, "Hey, there's an
See that
Amazon
drone?
drone over there. Can you flip it over?" And at first he's
Oh.
like, "No, I don't want to die, so I'm not going to flip over this drone."
Yeah,
It's like
paint the
20 feet
picture
from
that
him.
everything around him is exploding in
Yeah,
the city. He's
everything.
like, but he's reading his phone. He's reading text
he's
messages
reading his
coming
phone,
through.
and he responds to say, "I'm not going out there. I don't want to die." And they talk him into flipping this drone over by texting him a $1,000 Amazon gift card, which would be super useful when the world has ended. Like
Redeemable at Amazon.com.
Also, this drone is what, 12 feet away?
Yeah.
It's also funny. He's like the only one out there. Like, why is everybody else taking cover and you're just still sitting out in the street in your tent? Like,
well, he's homeless. He's got nowhere to go, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, the government evacuations, they don't care about the homeless. So,
yeah.
But yeah, he's talked into helping them with a $1,000 Amazon gift card. Which, how did they even give that to him? Like, did they?
That was just preloaded. That was like
because
Amazon?
they hacked.
That was like when you just got a link copy and you instantly send it on like a freaking text message.
But if they can hack Amazon,
the NSA has a bank of those.
If they
Nobody
can hack Amazon,
Amazon, they are overlords.
If they can hack Amazon to give this guy $1,000 gift card, why did he need to buy the thumb drive?
Jesus.
I don't know if
I don't
whoever
know.
wrote this movie knows how a computer works.
Or what data is.
Or what data is. Or like how the
Or why
government
aliens would want
works.
to eat it, right?
Like,
Oh, that's another thing. So they are coming into the big building where the Goliath system is probed because that's where all the data is. And so
What, like 4 stories underground
yeah. So the U.S.
in
government
concrete?
decides,
Nothing can get to it.
the U.S. government decides that the only way we can stop this is by basically nuking it. It's just like, so they
Well, I
send
mean,
out
of
2
course.
stealth bombers. It's like it's one building. I don't think you need to nuke the whole city. Like, jeez.
Wasn't your point that they were talking about it on like Fox News and CNN that they're
Like,
telling
immediately.
the populace, like,
Oh,
if
B-2
the aliens are
bombers
getting all the data,
yeah,
they're gonna know that we're sending fucking nukes to
right.
counterattack.
they don't
And then when they-
understand how any of this stuff works.
And when he cuts to the screen showing the B2s, he doesn't hack inside the B2s. Somehow there's an external shot of the B2s flying, like, perfectly filmed. Like, did the B2s just have drones following them too? Like, so you can film how beautiful they look when they come flying in. It's like, oh,
Yeah,
okay,
drone
that was
shots
weird.
of drone shots.
Like,
And then when they start showing the pilots, and then instead of being enclosed in a B2 stealth bomber, they cut to like these pilots in single pilot single
All the time they show
fighter
like
jets.
boots on the ground. I'm pretty sure it's just footage from like Afghanistan or something. Like,
oh, everything
15
was
years
stock
ago.
footage.
It's like I'm pretty sure that a B2 does not have an open air canopy like that. It doesn't look like an F-16 cockpit. Like, what the hell? Oh, it was beautiful.
I
Stock
feel like it
footage
was
at its
also
finest.
unrealistic when they showed the ocean and it showed all the aircraft carriers. I don't think even
Perfect
the US
formation.
has that many carriers. I don't think we have 60 carriers in our. I don't think it's feasible. Maybe there's 20.
Well, that was a fleet. It wasn't all aircraft carriers, and that rarely happens when they actually all line up like that. It has happened a couple times for big old.
But that they
promotional
just
things.
in that amount of time they would be in
Suddenly
formation.
all together in perfect
Yeah,
formation.
they're all over the fucking planet.
Yeah.
There's
Like,
no
well, we got
submarine footage from what I remember. You think they would have shown like one underwater sub shot?
I mean, whoever wrote this movie just doesn't know how any of this stuff works. Like,
Was this movie even really made by Amazon, or did they just add some Amazon shit after the fact?
It was probably
I don't
bought by
know.
Amazon. But like, I have to imagine, it made me laugh out loud when Ice Cube is trying to hack this Tesla and he doesn't have the security clearance, and he messages someone higher up in the government saying,
Yeah, I need level 5 clearance.
Oh yeah,
I
who was
need-
that? I thought that would be revealed
I
later.
need
like,
level
by
5
contact.
clearance. And they were like, I can't do that. And he's like, my daughter
daughter-
is in danger. And I have to imagine there isn't a single person in the government who would have security clearance of that level that would be like, oh, your daughter's in danger? That changes
Everybody's
everything.
daughter's in danger.
Well, we gotta help
There's a
out.
worldwide
We
invasion.
gotta help him out. He's the only guy who can work fucking Sundays. Like, do it. Give it to him.
I guess so. That was another funny thing is he had to put together a threat assessment. So he took like,
Just took
3 or 4
pictures. like,
screenshots.
screenshot. Yeah.
and he sent them, and they just kind of put them in a file. And then it's like when they finally got to the time where he
These
had to
are
brief
pictures of the alien tripods. They
Yeah.
are attacking us.
Yeah, so he had to do a threat assessment of some kind. I don't know when he put it together. He gets on this meeting and he just starts saying all this babble. It's like you could tell like 5 seconds in, he's like, I'm not even going to try to pronounce half these words anymore. It's like
He's
he just kinda-
micromanaging. Like he's got 15 fucking open windows going on his
Yeah.
computer anytime, yelling at his goddamn kids.
like the Department of Homeland Security or the Secretary of Defense or somebody
Yeah.
keeps trying to call him, and he's
One of
like,
the guys
hangs
is
up on
just
them.
standing on a
I'm
golf
trying to reach my
course.
daughter, damn it.
One of the guys is just wearing a polo, like standing on like a green screen golf course or something.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was Sunday. He was on
Yeah.
vacation. He was out there, and that's when the invasion happened. But it was just funny.
The president was the old cliche old white man.
Old
It's
generic
in
white guy.
every movie.
Yeah.
But it was funny. It's like Secretary of Defense is calling. He's like, hang up. I'm trying to find my daughter. Just like deny the call, deny the call. I was like, wow. Yeah, it was just it was really dumb.
Wasn't he played by the dude who plays Coulson or whatever?
Yeah, the one guy was.
Who had
That probably gave Graham some points right there. He's
like the crazy villain twist for no reason.
Right.
Like they could have done this entire thing without having that whole Goliath subplot. But
Well, what are the aliens going to come eat?
It went nowhere. They're like, oh, there's this rogue, like
It's
who's
going to
the
gather data on
Secretary of
everybody,
Defense
just
or
like you're already
something.
doing on there. Yeah.
And they just gloss over it. It's like a 30-second scene where he's like, I can control everyone, and then he's never in the movie again.
Well, they show him being arrested at the end.
Yeah, because with the help of his son, the super hacker, who
But
he
they're
couldn't-
trying to make some kind of point that it's so horrible and bad that he's going to be spying on everybody and stealing all their data and all this. It's like that's all that Ice Cube's been doing throughout the entire movie. Like it's hacking and spying on everybody and taking their stuff.
I loved that every time they talked about like spying on people and taking all of their data and stuff, they didn't want to get too real with it. So every single time they're like, "You just want to look at people's Amazon carts."
What's so funny?
Yeah.
It's like, that's
What?
what they're doing with it.
Yep.
Spicy shit on there, yes.
They're not stealing your car or spying on you from your refrigerator or anything like that. Nope. They just want
But-
to see what's in your
so,
Amazon cart.
My question: he's been chasing this super hacker for however long.
However long.
And he never once thought to voice modulate the
Right.
the like YouTube live stream that this person does.
Wait, does that even work like that? Where you just can move a couple sliders over and be like, oh shit, that's been my son the whole time.
Apparently, he did it, but he never thought to do
We're
that.
sending SWAT teams to intercept this guy, but nobody's gone over the audio and tried to clean it up
Right.
and figure out who it is.
It's like I knew
Right.
it was the son going into it just from what you guys had.
Yeah, he's like,
talked
Dad, I
about
got to tell you
in the
something.
text. But
Not now, son. Not now, son.
as soon as that first live stream went up, I'm like, oh my god! Like they didn't even try to hide the fact that this was the son. Like you can hear that it's them, and he never thought to like, oh, I'm gonna see if I can unscramble this voice, and oh, it's my son.
Well, he probably just assumed that it wouldn't be anybody he'd recognize anyway, I guess. But with all the NSA data that they had, it's like, yeah, you figure out
Yeah,
what
you-
the voice sounds like and you match it through the database or all the people you've been spying on. You can probably narrow it down to a few candidates.
And so to go back to the scene that we were talking about, so all these hackers get get killed and all that, and the son is safe because he was at a friend's house. Was the green screen necessary? Like a green screen that he changed the background to look like his bedroom just so they could have the epic reveal that he's at a friend's house? Like, do you think that the aliens could tell, like, we're looking at the video and we're like, oh,
Right.
he's at his house? Or did they just, like, follow the data to where he's supposed to be? Like, who was the green screen for other than the audience? So there can be this reveal that, like, oh, I secretly
I'm not really
wasn't
here.
home the entire time. It's like, why did you have a green screen of your bedroom?
Good question. We'll never get the answer to that.
Like, if you're gonna have a green screen up,
Because reasons.
just have the kids trying to play video games and stuff, have him be a streamer, and he has the green screen and he changes it to be like different backgrounds and stuff, and so you think that he's at home, and then he reveals the green screen that he's at the friend's house. But you don't have to make the green screen look like his bedroom. You can make it look like anything.
Yeah. Also thought it was funny that he was the only one of these super hacker nerds that, would actually like hide his IP address and transfer it somewhere else or whatever. It's like,
Well,
or
apparently
spoof it
they're
or whatever.
That's why he's the leader.
apparently their
Yes.
identities were just out there because 3 button clicks and their records are clean.
Yep, there you go. Okay, your data's gone. Your record's clean.
So the ending to the movie. So wasn't he? I'm trying to remember this ending now. Was he offered like a higher position and he turns it down? So did he know
Yeah,
what
they wanted to
happened?
make him like the head of the NSA or
Yeah,
something like
they
that.
wanted to like reinstate the Goliath program, but for
But
like
on-
ethical reasons and they're like,
Yeah.
we want you to be in
Like
charge.
checking your Amazon shopping cart.
Yeah, like
Yes.
checking your Amazon shopping cart. And so he's like,
You order thumb
no,
drives.
instead of watching them, now I'm gonna be watching you.
So he's telling the government, no, I'm quitting. I'm going to become a cyber terrorist
Are you serious?
Yeah.
against you. Peace.
Yeah.
Even
You're like,
though
all right, well, the
even though
police are on their way,
in
Yeah.
that situation, the smartest thing to do would be to take that job.
and do it from the inside.
Yeah, then you could spy
Ooh,
on them
double
from the
agent.
inside, but you wouldn't even need to because you would run the department so you could make sure that it's run ethically. It's like instead of running this department and making sure it's run correctly, I'm just going to
Yeah.
spy on whoever runs this department to make sure that they run it ethically.
Yeah,
First job to restore the internet so that bum can spend that card.
that's right. Get a new tent.
He's got to
Don't think
bring
Amazon delivers
Facebook
the alcohol,
back.
do they?
Oh yeah, hopefully get his I was gonna say side story, but I guess his wife is dead. I don't know why they had to be in there.
I find it so funny.
It wasn't a side story. It just
Again,
happened.
that like they could not write this guy to be likable in any way. Like he is so unlikable that the
He's
last
such a
message
stalker.
that his wife ever sends him is take out the trash and be nice to the kids.
P.S. You're working another goddamn Sunday.
But then the aliens came and were going to eat all the data, and they were deleting his pictures, and they were going to delete that message because they eat data,
I
apparently.
just want to know what they were going to do when they ate all the data. Were they going to take off, or just because it said the world would go
I
back
don't
to a
know.
Stone Age, so they can't kill everyone. So it's
Yeah, they're
going to
they're
be
doing it to get smarter
Because data.
cuz data.
okay.
But I just think it's so funny that the last message his wife ever sent him was literally
Don't
be
be a
nice
dick.
to the kids. And the entire movie is him being a dick to his children.
Stop creeping on the kids. Thanks.
Until
Oh, the
the end.
trash stinks.
Until the end, then he turned it on his heart grew 3 sizes that day, and he wore his grandpa shark shirt.
Well, yeah, because he was lied to. There was no way that before this happened, the NSA was doing anything wrong.
Even though he was doing everything
It was
crazy,
It was yeah. He was
violating
hacking
everybody's
his,
privacy.
He was illegally hacking his children's things, but like, oh, that evil government guy, he can't get access to other people's data. It's only I can do it to spy on my children.
Well, I thought it
You
was
guys-
funny too when he found out about the Goliath thing, and he like basically was calling the dude out on it, and he's like, "Okay, you're fired." Blah, blah. They took away all his clearance, and he just like his son
Yeah, the
got
room
him
goes dark.
reinstated. Yeah, like you're shut down. Like, okay, and then
His
like
son
his
just gets
kid
him up
just
and ready, and
hacks in there, and he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna create a new password," and blah blah blah. Now you're back in. Like, okay, and he's got full access to everything again. He had like this little pop-up screen that it would be like almost like a search box, and it'd be like, drones in the area, and then it would give him options that bring him up everything. It would be like drones, and it'd be like the city or something, and then it would just like pull up
well, the
everything on
city
the
maps
screen.
also looked like it was from like out of GTA with all the
Yeah. And you like right click on it and just say commandeer drone or something like that. I was like, okay.
It's
Well,
good to know
yeah,
that at
there's-
any point there's 10 drones.
Yeah, there's
going
always
over
all
and
these drones.
2 square miles. Like, all right.
And they
let's
were fully
go
armed,
right
as we found out, because they started shooting the freaking aliens with them, like, launching missiles.
Oh
from these
yeah,
drones.
shit.
They're just
Yeah, to
flying over
protect
every
the
major
Amazon
metropolitan
drone.
city.
God damn, we got to get that there in 2 days or less.
So we've got drones with anti-aircraft missiles and Hellfire missiles just flying over every major city. Man, okay.
That's the world I want to live in.
That some random guy at the NSA can just hack into and just start firing everywhere.
So the son can hack into the system and reinstate his father's credentials. So he would just be able to hack anything in the world, because apparently the NSA just
Right.
has access to everything. You can just
Oh, yeah.
type in, like, find me this person's phone, and the computer's like, beep, boop, boop, here you go.
There it is. Now hijack it. Okay.
I wonder if some point it's ever going to be brought up like in an interview with Ice Cube about, so, War of the Worlds, like on a talk show or something. I need to hear his view on it. Besides that, he
Like his
got
paycheck,
paid.
man.
Good.
Yeah, I have to imagine it took him like a day and a half to film this entire thing. He had
Do you
no
think he was
direct-
do you think he was relieved? It's like, all right, this movie's awful. Oh, it hasn't been released. 5 years later, just forgets about it, and it's like, yo, that movie's
Oh,
coming out
shit.
next week. On fuck.
And it's got a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. Oh, shit.
No, people love actors who are in shitty things.
I think when I pulled up my Amazon Prime, though, it said it was like the #2 movie in the country. I think people are just watching it out of morbid
Yeah,
curiosity.
the
like we
shock.
did.
We got 3 people right here to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it was like I was saying the other day. I think it crossed the threshold into this is so bad. If we lean into how bad it is, more people
Uh-huh.
will watch it because they are curious. So they probably launched it, and instead of paying reviews reviewers to give it good reviews. They probably
They're like,
paid
"Please."
reviewers to tank it so that it would have those articles that are like, this movie has 0% on Rotten Tomatoes, because then everyone sees that and they go, oh, I gotta watch this. So they made their money
Well,
back from product
yeah.
placement and releasing the worst movie of the year.
And
Well,
would you
unfortunately-
watch it again if it was like the three of us in a room and we were drinking? Like, fuck it, let's laugh together at it. Or would you be like, no, I'm never gonna see it?
I think that is the one scenario. Like, if it
Yeah.
was the three of us watching it together, like, yeah, maybe, but I would never watch it myself again. And I think if
Oh, no.
anyone ever like said, "Hey, do you want to watch this?" I would say no.
Like, if I was in my younger days when like I lived with Pat and we would have house parties,
We watch
I
this.
would
over
totally
and
watch
over.
this and be like, all right, everyone, if there's like 10 people there, I'm like, I'm putting this fucking movie on. You have to see it.
I mean, it'd be interesting to watch it just to nitpick it even more, like, because now that we know what it is and where it's going, you're just like, oh my gosh, how do they, like, some of the stuff they set up and where it, oh, wow, it'd be amazing to just, there's going to be, like, college theses written on this movie.
I mean, as far as bad movies go, it's no Blood Harvest.
Blood Harvest is delightful.
Another thing, this might just be getting into nitpicky like territory, but the daughter is like a research biologist, so she probably has, at the very least, like a doctorate in biology, and
Okay.
she thinks that her best course of action when she has like a metal pipe through her leg
Oh, it's
is to take
yeah.
it out herself. Like, she's literally a biologist.
You understand biology, right? Don't
Who
take
wouldn't
that out.
understand you need to like make a tourniquet of whatever the fuck you're wearing?
Like, oh, I'm just gonna see what happens when I take this out. Not to mention the fact that if I were to die here, so would my unborn child.
Wouldn't your heart rate be going down when you're bleeding out like that? Now going to 130, tachycardia, whatever.
Yeah, she
You
would have
would think.
passed out like several
Unless
times
adrenaline was
before
really
anyone
spiking.
got there.
Yeah, still can't believe the blood trail she left. Like, okay, she's dead. Nope.
I did like the another praise that I'll give the movie is I liked that, he gets her into the Tesla and he's driving her to wherever, and he tries to have that cliched heartfelt moment with her, and she's just like, can we not do this right now? Like, I did appreciate that, where it's like, there is a crisis going on. Can we not talk about how shitty a dad you are?
I love that Graham's actually finding positive shit about this because the whole time I'm just like, God.
I like finding the positives in things.
So I'm guessing this is getting a thumbs down.
I don't know, we're actually rating it.
I don't know. I think it's something that everyone should watch and experience.
Oh, it's a treat.
Find someone to
my
watch
friends
it
already
with,
told me to watch it.
We
Yeah.
all watched it separately, so
Like, watch it
Find a-
once
find a-
and then
Watch it with friends.
watch it
Yeah,
once,
find a
talk
like-minded
about it
individual.
for an afternoon, have a good time getting drunk talking about how terrible this movie is, and then never think about it again.
Gotta sign up for this shit.
all right, and with that, keep it pointless.
Keep it pointless.
Like that movie, keep it pointless.
Oh no, my data!